As always, all praise due to the Most High. Pleased but not satisfied tonight. I'm always be happy about a win. I've been a part of some losing, and it's not very fun, So I'm always be pleased with a win, but I'm not satisfied because I thought it was areas. In order for us to take the next step as a team, we've really got to take those steps. We've got to be better. We can't have 15 turnovers on our home court. We can't. Even though we had 17 assists, we can't have 15 turnovers. Go behind.
We'll go ahead and open it up for players, guys.
Okay, early in the ball game, the three-point field goal was readily there, and you guys were able to knock it down. Can you talk about what you saw with Tulsa's defense in those?
Just leading up in the days of prep, we knew that the type of defense they played, as long as we moved the ball, like if we dribbled our eyes up, the open guy was going to be there, and we did that a lot tonight, and we knocked our shots down.
I think our main focus on our team is just being able to move the ball around and just being able to find open guys. And I feel like once we do that, we have a better chance of just winning and getting the team involved.
In so doing, you built a big first half lead. Coaches talked about needing to put 40 minutes together. The first halves have been kind of so-so. Tonight, not the case. You came out like a house of fire. Maybe if you could talk about that and how you really set the tone.
Yeah, but, that was just something that we, as a team, just discussed. Like, we can't keep coming out slow. That's not us. So, we come out playing our style of offense and defense. It all starts with our defense, I thought, tonight. Just in the start of the game, we got stops, we got out and ran, and we moved the ball up, and we knocked our shots down. So I feel like that really helped boost the good lead.
Yeah, like what Kobe said, I just feel like our team most focused on defense. Once we get that defensive thing down, I feel like everything else just happens normally, naturally. I feel like we did a good job today. Just them first 4 minutes of the game were just locking up and just being able to just focus and play defense.
Yeah, fantastic ball distribution too.
Yeah.
Everybody had their hands on it, and is that if you could talk about that, because that really. Everybody got into it, literally, that was on the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's our best style of offense, just everybody touching the ball and just, we have a lot of talented guys on our team, and we know anybody can be a leading scorer any night, and, that's just, we don't care who's going to be the leading scorer, it's just as long as the ball moving, and shots are going to fall, as y'all saw tonight, when the ball moves.
And speaking of leading scorer, your leading scorer was not on the score sheet in the first 20 minutes. You had 40-some points on the board. What does that tell you?
That everybody on our team is capable of doing what we're supposed to do. I just feel like when we all just feel like we need to share the ball and everybody can just get involved, we play the best way. We always play the best way.
Anything else for players?
Some of the turnovers the coach mentioned, did you think that those turnovers were more attributed to what Tulsa was doing defensively, or?
I feel majority of it was self-inflicted, just not taking care of the ball, and just that's something we got to do. Just play strong with the ball and just know we're making the right pass and not do too much. So some of it was their defense, but I think majority of them was self-inflicted.
Sold out crowd expected for Sunday's game against FAU. Just how excited are you to play in that environment and to feel the energy of the crowd in England?
Well, right now we just focus on tomorrow, just trying to get better for tomorrow, and we'll focus on FAU when we get there.
Coach, from a defensive standpoint, we already talked about that. You held them to 35.7% from the floor. Is this one of your better defensive nights of the year, aside from knowing the percentage?
No, for sure. And I thought it was that way because we came out and we were trusting like our defense to give us energy instead of our offense to give us energy. We at times will put ourselves in a hole because we're waiting on shots to go in before we start really exerting ourselves and being disruptive defensively. But to hold that team, that's a good team, man. Like again, people think I'm just giving coach speak when I say that, but for them to be, I think they're 3-9 now in the league and 12-12 overall, whatever it may be. Like, man, nobody. I'm telling you this right now. Like, them and a number of other teams. Like, you're not really like looking forward to playing. You know, like to get out. That's the first round game, and then we got to go back. You know, we got to go to Tulsa in a couple weeks. And so, you know, some things we got to clean up, because if they can force 15 turnovers on our home floor, right, what do you think they're going to do on their home floor? You know, so our defense, the one thing our defense will do, and it travels. Our defense travels, our toughness travels. We got to continue to buy into that part of it. And I thought that's where we were better tonight.
Anything else for Coach?
But with, in the turnovers, particularly in the second half, communication issues, carelessness, what do you?
It was more carelessness than anything, and I think you gotta. And we said this at halftime, guys. You got to be able to adjust as the game goes along. They were a lot more aggressive with their like in the passing lanes. They were a lot more aggressive on the ball, like with their hands. And I think they were trying to be disruptive towards us, because I think when we get in a rhythm and our stuff is run with good tempo, we're gonna get those shots that we got early in the game. And they were a lot more aggressive, I thought, defensively than what we had seen on tape. And so we needed to adjust. Like Chris had, like, it's so uncharacteristic of him to have 5 turnovers. And his were trying to make the right play. As he drove it, eyes are up, he's trying to move the ball. But, Chris, Kobe just made 2 threes. Selton just made a 3. Jaden, like, they're getting back trying to guard that three-point line. Now that's where we need you to get into the paint and play off 2. That way we're making sure and sound decisions.
As you started the game 7 of 11 from 3, what's your philosophy on getting these guys open on the baseline for the threes? Because they were able to shoot, I thought, kind of repeatedly from there.
Well, it's just paint touches.
Yeah.
You know, and normally what happens is you get a paint touch, the defenders in the corner, normally, like, not that they're collapsing all the way to the paint, but naturally you collapse in. And so if you can get paint touches and kickouts, that's not my philosophy. That's just basketball 101, to be honest with you. You know, so, but we want to have ball energy. Again, I can't wait to go back and watch it, but we had a possession where Selton Miguel caught it in the corner right in front of their bench. He kicks it across, and it ends up back in his hands, and he makes a 3. Like, that's what you want. You know, like, I'm looking at your phone. You got this Golden State Warriors case. We showed them a clip of the Warriors. It's on YouTube. It just says Golden State Warriors ball movement. And again, you got Clay, you got Steph, Draymond, all these guys that have been there. And, man, they didn't kick. That ball is moving. You know, it's like, I mean, it's moving so fluently. And so, not that we want to be the Golden State Warriors, but we do want to mimic that part of them.
With the Florida-Atlanta game staring them in the face, was it pleasing that they were grounded tonight, that they kept their heads in this game?
It was, and to be honest with you, like, the one thing this team has done a great job of all year, they hadn't looked ahead. But as I said before, they're playing from a different vantage point than any team has played from at USF in a long time. And sometimes, like, being on campus, you know, it's great. Like, we love being on campus. We love being around our fans, SoFlo Rodeo and the rest of the crew. But when you get the pats on the back all day, right, it can cause you to become complacent. And so they did a great job of fighting that. And now, like, I think they'd be lying if they said they weren't thinking about Sunday, but they did a great job of just being where their feet were. And now, you know, we got to get there. And I'm just telling you now, the fans, they got to get here early, right? It's a 12 o'clock tip. The doors are going to open at 10:30, and it's an official sellout. So they better get here early, all right, or, you know, it's going to be hard to find parking, you know, because this group of guys, they really put themselves in a position to play in special games and to do something special. So we need a special crowd, you know, which I know we'll have on Sunday.
How do you prepare for playing in a game where such noise is probably going to affect communication on the court?
Well, like, think about it like this. Everything happens for a reason, right? The Charlotte game was the Charlotte game, right? But that Charlotte game prepared us for Sunday, right? Because, I mean, I know that somebody told me the 300s were all sold out, but we had people in the 300s during the Charlotte game. So they've been in environments like this before. Some of them, you know, they've been in the Charlotte environment, but like, again, Casey Pryor's played in the NCAA tournament, Kobe Knox, Chris Youngblood, Brandon Stroud, Casey Jennings, so on and so forth. So the environment, it's not going to be anything new to them. What we've got to make sure we do a great job of on Sunday is focusing on us. You know, most people say, oh, you know, you got a ranked team coming in. Cool, yeah. They're a good team. They really are. But we've got to be the best version of ourselves. If we focus on being the best version of ourselves at home, we'll be right where we want to be.